This week on commandN, why gamers aren't loners, how to track your lost phone, and the top 5 iPhone apps you should download now. Welcome to episode 155 of commandN. I'm Amber.
I'm Will Pate.
And Will, we have to admit it was snowing a little bit earlier, but not much accumulation. So far, so good.
It's early warning shots, though, across the bow.
I know. Any day we can feel it in the air. It's coming. But we will shoot outside in our first snowstorm, and we cannot wait to do that.
Woo.
All right. This episode is brought to you by Audible. They're our new sponsor, and they're the leading provider of spoken word entertainment on the internet. All you have to do to get a free audio download is go to audiblepodcast.com/commandN. And this week, Will, we're going to recommend Tribes by Seth Godin as a download. And I know you like Seth Godin.
Oh yeah, no, I read his books. I've been reading his blog since he started, so I'm a big fan.
They're really great for anyone who's out there who's in the internet business who wants to learn how to use social media. So that's Tribes by Seth Godin on audible.com. And don't forget to use your new promo code for a free download. Now let's talk about the tech headlines of the week. All right, Will, I should probably not have said that it wasn't snowing yet because it's coming down.
Yeah, like you have magical powers or something.
No, I think I would be a very bad meteorologist. Definitely.
Well, you're ahead of your time. So.
Yes, I think that's true. Now, for people out there who are following along with what BlackBerry is doing, they're coming out with a new app store in the new year, and they've just announced they have a $150 million fund for new applications, and they are giving money to 3 small application developers, and they're in the area of social networking, also in e-commerce and in travel. So they're starting to invest in these companies out there to develop apps for the BlackBerry. I hope they work well because any little applications I've tried on my BlackBerry, giant thumbs down.
Well, maybe these guys will figure it out.
I know. Just because you have an iPhone, you're bragging now.
I like it. BlackBerry's still a good device, but you know, I just prefer my iPhone.
Yeah, I understand, Will.
We should say too, there's a startup conference going on here in Canada called Startup Empire. It's for people who want to start startups or want to grow their startups, and they're looking to give away $500,000 to up to 3 startups that are doing something mobile in Canada. So if you're in a Canadian startup, you want a chance at some money or to learn a bunch about how to grow your startup, you should check that out. Yeah,
the wheels are spinning. And also, if you're looking to get US content, if you're not based in the US, Will has the answer for you.
3 words, Hotspot Shield. It's a magical little thing that you download. It kind of acts like a proxy server, so it sends your request out to some other computer, and then so if you're in Canada like we are and you want to see Hulu or you want to see NBC or anything else that's US only video, this is the way to get it done.
Yeah, it's great. I had a chance to use it for the first time last week, watched some videos on Hulu, and we will say though there are ads, so you will see ads, but keep in mind that the download is completely free.
When I say Obama, you say heirs, Obama, heirs, Obama, heirs.
Now for other video news, there's been lots of buzz online about Revision 3. They've been forced to cancel 3 shows. They've also laid off, I think, up to 10 people. Sad news for them, but not a huge surprise, especially in these economic times. But I'll be sad to see shows go. There was one show that Sarah Lane did, which I really liked, called Pop Siren. And she had a lot of girls on the show, so it was nice to see other tech geek girls out there. But they still have their flagship shows like Dignation and Techzilla. And of course, you can keep watching commandN because when you have no budget, we just keep going, Will.
Yeah, we're like cockroaches. You can't kill us.
You can't kill us. You can't cut 0 budget.
Nope. You can't divide that by anything. It just does not work.
It's totally impossible. Now, Will, you have another place online where you can get free video, and these are music videos.
Yeah, well, MTV just launched MTV Music, and they've got pretty much every music video ever up there. So it's, I mean, what YouTube was doing and wanted to do with music videos, MTV's doing it now. A lot of them are really high quality. It's great. I put on Hotspot Shield, and then I get to watch old Run DMC videos, and I'm like, yes.
Now, there's good news out there for video gamers. If you're a big gamer, it turns out that you're not really a loner. There's been a study that was done in Canada as well as the US that showed that the average age of a gamer is 40 years old. And in fact, they do very well economically. They have very good social relationships with their family and friends. So no need to worry, you can keep on gaming.
Nice.
I know, it's good for all of us. Now, Will, what about hacking? Can you keep on hacking?
Well, You can, you shouldn't. I mean, there's good versions and bad versions, white hat, black hat, they call it. But I was reading an article online that I thought was really interesting. The psychologists studied hackers, and they found that hackers don't actually feel bad about what they do. They don't feel like they've done something wrong. And sometimes they can be malicious, but they still don't have that kind of, they're kind of like without remorse in terms of the hacking.
I think too, if you're a hacker, you don't really have that personal relationship with someone. You know, you're kind of shielded by your computer, so the guilt doesn't permeate as much.
Hack those you know, and you will feel the repercussions.
Oh, that is good advice. Now we're going to check in with Jeff from Halifax with his top 5 iPhone and iTouch applications.
Hi, I'm Jeff MacArthur, and before proceeding to my Hot Stuff segment, I'd like to remind you guys that this week's episode is again brought to you by Audible.com, the leading provider in spoken word entertainment, with over 35,000 titles to choose from to be downloaded and played back anywhere, just like commandN. And there's not just audiobooks at Audible, there's magazines, there's comedy, radio, newspapers, all in audio format, and tons more. So log into audiblepodcast.com/commandN to get a free audiobook download of your choice when you sign up today. Again, that's audiblepodcast.com/commandN for your free audiobook. Now for this week's Hot Stuff segment, I'm gonna share with you 5 of my favorite iPhone apps. Now I'm not gonna cover games, gonna cover them in a different segment, and not gonna cover location-aware things really, because frankly in Canada, there's not quite enough data around to make some of those location-aware things as good as they could be. But let's start off with WorldWiki. WorldWiki is a free app that gives you flags, maps, populations, all sorts of demographic information and other details about almost 250 countries around the world. So great for conversation. If a country comes up, you can look at it and see all sorts of information that you may not have known. Another app that I really like is called Clinometer, or clinometer or clinometer. I think it's clinometer, but anyway, it's a level slope measurement tool. And basically your iPhone acts like a level. It's great. You got to straighten a picture or see if something's level. All you need is your iPhone to do that, because I've never gone out and purchased a real level. And it costs only 99 cents, and real interesting little app. Third app, another free one, is the remote from Apple. And this controls iTunes and your Apple TV. Works over Wi-Fi to control playback. It can control AirTunes speakers. It can create Genius playlists and a whole bunch more. And again, it's free. It's really a good download to have if you're at all iTunes centric. A fourth one that I think is great, especially for people with kids, is called PhoneAid. Now, PhoneAid costs $2.99. And what it is it has instructions on how to give CPR to infants, children, and adults, how to deal with choking hazards, and a whole bunch of other first aid tips. And it comes with visual slideshows showing exactly what to do in some of these circumstances. So real helpful and a good peace of mind for me, at least, with a couple of kids around. Finally, WeatherEye. Although the weather app on the iPhone is fine, it really only shows you one section of data for today's weather. You can't break it down anymore. WeatherEye is from the Weather Network, and it contains current, short-term, and long-term weather forecasts and weather alerts from the Weather Network. It's ad-supported, and it can be a little slow sometimes, but I find it a great improvement on the bundled weather app here. So there's 5 iPhone apps to help you get started in the wonderful world of iPhone apps, and I find them very useful. We'll talk about some more in the future. That's all for this week. I'm Jeff MacArthur. Enjoy.
Our web picks this week are sponsored by our friends at GoDaddy. If you go to GoDaddy, you can get an extra 10% off if you enter the promo code commandN. That's the number 1 and the number 0. And remember, any of the services that you get from GoDaddy are up to 70% less than the competition.
So now it's time for our handy web picks of the week. What do you have this week, Amber?
My web pick is from Lifehacker, and it is very helpful, especially for people out there who travel in cabs a lot and leave their phones in cabs. And I know it's happened to you. Or you look back and you hope you didn't leave your phone in a cab. Well, now you have to create, which will be very helpful, this little label that you can stick onto your phone, and it's a reward label. So the idea is you say reward if you email this email address. So a little tiny sticker that you stick on the back of your phone. You get someone to email you. If they find find your phone, and then you can get it back and give them, I don't know, 50 bucks, 100 bucks, whatever you want. But as we know, there's invaluable information on our phones these days, and we don't want to lose them.
That's handy dandy. I like this.
He likes it a lot. You have a handy dandy web pick that's all about iTunes.
Yeah, my web pick this week is a great blog post I found that's all about these cool enhancements and things you can do with iTunes, like you know, sleep playlists and wake up playlists and all that kind of cool stuff. So check it out if you're an iTunes fan. It's for Mac only, unfortunately, but if you're a Mac user and you like iTunes, check this out and you'll have more fun.
Oh, that's good. I love those sleep playlists because I like waking up to certain types of music. Although you have to be very careful because sometimes you fall back to sleep if it's really that mellow.
That's why you should wake up every morning to Amber and Will on commandN, and you're good.
He's good. You're a new marketing director, and I'm going to give you a salary of $1 million.
That is, wow, that's greater than zero. That's what I take now.
That's good. Now remember, if you have any comments about the show, you can leave them at commandN.tv. We're all there. We're willing to answer any questions that you like. So we'll see you there soon. Thanks for watching, and have a great week. Surely if I don't nail it by now, I have some serious psychological problems. Well!